Hi, I'm Frank and you're watching Hobby King Product Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the many new fiberglass planes that Hobby King's been coming out with. This is the Hobby King Fox 1.5 meter fiberglass glider kit. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at what comes in this kit and what it takes to finish it up, and then we'll put it together and take it out for some test flights. All the pieces to this kit come individually wrapped in plastic. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at what's included. The all fiberglass fuselage has a nice glossy finish and has the front landing gear pre-installed. Inside the fuselage are two wooden braces. These are used to add rigidity to the fuselage and for mounting the radio gear. The clear plastic canopy will need to be trimmed to fit the fuselage. The two main wing halves are constructed of balsa wood and laser cut plywood and come nicely pre-covered. The aileron hinges are already installed. The two clear plastic servo covers will need to be trimmed to fit. The rear horizontal stabilizer is all balsa wood and comes pre-covered with the elevator pre-hinged. The last few things included in the kit are the carbon fiber joiner for the two main wing halves, the control rods, and a bag of hardware to finish up the plane. This kit does not come with instructions, so you will need some kind of building skills to put it together. The Fox 1.5 meter fiberglass glider is now completely assembled and ready to go out for some test flights. But first I would like to go over the components that I installed into the glider and also a couple things about the build. I've decided to go with the high performance setup on this glider, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at the individual components. The servos are Hobby King HK939MG Metal Gear servos. They weigh in at 12.5 grams and are high torque servos. The motor is a Turnigy H2218-7T motor. It's rated at 1860 kV and has an output rating of 500 watts of power. The speed controller is a Turnigy Plus 60 amp brushless ESC with a built-in BEC that has an output rating of 3 amps at 5 volts. The Hobby King folding prop adapter is 35 millimeters in diameter and has a Hobby King 9x5 folding prop. I'll be using my Spectrum DX6i radio transmitter and a Spectrum AR500 full range receiver. Now for the build. It did take me more than a couple nights to put this glider together, mainly because there were no instructions and there is quite a bit of hand fitting and little things that need to be fixed. While installing the two main wing halves, I discovered that the flat portion of the airfoil that goes to the bottom of the glider is the side that actually has the stripes painted on it. This is also the side where the slots for the servos are cut out. I also found that the holes in the fuselage for the wing spar don't line up with the holes in the wing, so they do need to be refitted. The spring provided for holding the two main wing halves together did not feel secure enough, so I decided to use a zip tie between the two hooks instead. The motor mounting holes will need to be marked and drilled, along with any additional cooling holes for the motor. The rear vent holes will also need to be cut out to provide proper ventilation of the fuselage. Now we're ready to head out to the field for some test flights. Okay guys, I got the Fox 1.5 meter fiberglass glider all together and we're ready to do the maiden flight. It's about 24 degrees outside right now, so it's pretty cold, but we're going to do it anyway, so let's see how it goes. Now that I've had a chance to build and fly the Hobby King Fox 1.5 meter fiberglass glider, it's time to go over some final review thoughts. As we've already gone over the build earlier in the video, there's only a couple more things I'd like to mention about it. Because of the lack of instructions, I would only recommend this build for those with intermediate building skills or higher. This is because there is a lot of guesswork involved, which will have to be based on prior experiences. I found the CG on this glider to be quite far forward. It was set at about less than 1/6 of the wing chord. For those building this plane, I strongly suggest starting off with the CG 1 inch back from the leading edge of the wing. As far as performance goes, this glider performs beautifully once you've gotten the CG correct. Maneuvers are quick and crisp, and the handling feels very precise. This Fox glider was very fun and exciting to fly, especially when pulling off high G maneuvers. However, if you're planning on building this glider for high performance, I strongly recommend replacing the stock carbon fiber spar with the solid carbon fiber rod, as the stock spar is quite thin and would be very prone to breaking under high G loads. Overall, I'd have to rate this glider a 7 out of 10, and mainly that's because of the extra time and effort it takes to put it together. But don't take that wrong, because this glider definitely performs. Because of this, I would recommend this glider to anybody who's willing to take the extra time and has the skills to put it together. It's a pretty good value too at the current price of $59.99. Okay everyone, this concludes my review of the Hobby King Fox 1.5 meter fiberglass glider kit. But please be sure to visit hobbyking.com for this awesome flying glider and a whole lot of other cool RC related products. Until next time, thanks for watching Hobby King product reviews.